absolutely spent and exhausted, I got no problems. What I have a problem with is somebody saying,
I said I'm going to skip Wednesday's game, but I'll be back Thursday. If you know you're going to be back Thursday, that means you're healthy enough to play Wednesday. What the heck?
That means we're going to be better suited for April. I think it's an insult to the paying customer, which is one of the reasons.
If I can play, I want to play. You know, that's my thing. I've been injured enough where I missed tons of games. You know, so I had plenty of load management games. So just being in a situation where, you know, with the team we have and the opportunity we have, you know, I want to be on the floor as much as possible and contribute to our success.
All right, LeBron James spoke about load management. He was pretty black and white with it. When he's healthy, he claims that he'll play, and when he's not healthy, he will not. As for Anthony Davis, he admits to dealing with a lingering shoulder. Mark Cuban, though, he is all about it. Quote, I think it's the best thing to ever happen to the league. Teams have to be smarter about when they load manage. I'm all for load management. Worse than missing a player in a game is missing him in the playoffs. Mr. Smith, is load management a positive for the NBA?
Hell no, it is not. I don't like it at all. And I emphatically disagree, albeit respectfully, with Mark Cuban, who I have a profound level of respect for. I disagree with him. And I don't want to hear that from him. His Dallas Mavericks won the championship. I believe this was 2011 when they beat LeBron James and the Miami Heat. Ever since then, in the last 8 years, they've been in the playoffs 4 times. They've missed the playoffs the other 4 times, and they've never been out of the first round. Yet he's giving quotes about load management and how the goal is to win a championship. Well, how has that worked for you in the last 8 years? No, I'm not buying it at all. And here's what I want to emphasize, Max, and I want everybody to understand what I'm saying. I have no problem with somebody taking time off. You sick, you sick. You're not feeling well, you're not feeling well. You're absolutely spent and exhausted, I got no problems. What I have a problem with is somebody saying, so we want to make sure that that's not the case 6 months down the road. Here's how we're going to manage you now while you're charging the paying customer money. I have a problem with that because everybody talks about, well, you know what, the goal is to win a championship. The fact of the matter is, Max Kellerman, that's not the goal for at least 20 teams a year. At least 20 to 23 teams a year in the National Basketball Association don't have a snowball's chance in hell of winning a championship, and everybody and their grandmother knows it. So why do you come to the games? You go to the game over the course of 82 regular season games, yes, to get yourself better and to build something so hopefully you can elevate to championship contention, but it's also to entertain the paying customer with the product that you're putting out there from late October, or in this case, mid-October now, to at least mid-April. That's what you're doing. These people are not paying, they're not getting in the arena for free. They're coming to the arena, they're paying their hard-earned money. And oh, by the way, Mark Cuban also alluded to, well, you know what, there's only a handful of players that are marquee dudes, et cetera, et cetera. Well, that does matter. You know, Isaiah Thomas, when he was running the Toronto Raptors, for all the vitriol or the tension or whatever words you want to call that existed between him and Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas never fails to express his appreciation for Michael Jordan, who was going up against a Toronto Raptors expansion franchise at the time. Michael Jordan recognized the importance of Michael Jordan and what it meant for him to be a headline, and he showed up. Kobe Bryant, headline, his same mentality, shows up. LeBron James, if I'm hurt, I'm hurt. But if I'm not hurt, why would I not show up? You cannot practice. You can show up to a game and instead of playing 40 minutes, you might play 20, 25 minutes. All of those things, there are ways to work around it. But to literally take games off in October or in November while you're feeling perfectly fine, because we've engaged in load management, and oh, by the way, that means we're going to be better suited for April. I think it's an insult to the paying customer, which is one of the reasons why the NBA in 2017 went to the Players Association, at least when it pertained to nationally televised games, and said, you need our approval to take those games off. The injury has to be a legitimate injury. You can't just go Greg Popovich style DNP, old age, when it comes to Tim Duncan as justification to not play somebody for a nationally televised game like that. It's the wrong thing to do. I understand their thinking, but I'm saying I don't approve of it. I think it is wrong, and I think it's insulting to the paying customer.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.
Is it time for LeBron to consider load management?
No, and I want to be very, very clear about what my personal definition of load management is. If you are tired and I'm concerned about you, I might sit you down and say, okay, you're taking these few games off before the playoffs begins. Well, load management to me is the back and forth devoid of injury and stuff like that. I don't consider, the more you hear about Kawhi Leonard and what he's enduring and how legit and serious his ailments are. Okay, I understand you managing that because day to day you might not be feeling well. That's entirely different than you feeling well, but you like, I got April and May to think about and I'm feeling absolutely fine, but I'm gonna take this game off or a game off hand. I don't like that. Now, if the season's waning and we going like this, man, we got the number 1 seed. You need to take some time off. We need you. So guess what? You're gonna rest these next few games. I don't give a damn what you said. That's not my definition of load management. That's my thing saying, excuse me, you need some rest, take the rest, as opposed to the back and forth element. That's load management to me, and I'm never in approval of that if you are healthy. If you are healthy, it shouldn't be, oh, on Monday, I'm announcing I'm gonna skip Wednesday's game, but I'll be back Thursday. If you know you're gonna be back Thursday, that means you're healthy enough to play Wednesday. What the hell you doing? I don't support that. But if you wanna sit there and say, look, man, he's been playing, he only missed 2 games, he's averaging nearly 35 minutes a game, a team leading, he's in the 17th season, he ain't playing for the next 2 weeks. I'm cool with that, but that's what it needs to be, Jalen.
Max?
Look, he should absolutely load manage. And according to your, we agree about how he should do it, Stephen A., but according to your reasoning, we really disagree about why. So the reason I think he should play but really limit the minutes is we showed the graphic off the top. No one's played more minutes ever except for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Karl Malone, and neither one of them was nearly playing at the level LeBron is presently playing at still. And he has the most playoff minutes of all time. So that says to say nothing of that, those high-intensity minutes. So absolutely limit the minutes as much as possible the rest of the way. But you're saying, oh, it's okay to take games off too, so long as you already have everything wrapped up. The reason I don't like him taking off games at this point is it's a rhythm thing. He's the engine that makes the whole offense go. They didn't pick up another real ball handler, playmaker who can run the offense at the trade deadline. They have to hope there's playoff Rondo still to spell him. But LeBron's the engine that makes it go. For continuity purposes and rhythm purposes, going down the stretch run, remember, the All-Star break's not halfway through. It's way more than halfway through. So going down the stretch run, I'd like the team in a good rhythm entering the playoffs. But that's the reason not to sit him. But if you're okay with sitting him later on, Stephen A., then start doing it now. Because the point, Jalen, to me, in the beginning of every season, I don't care, oh, professionalism, the fans are paying us. No. Try to win a championship, everyone. Go. Right? They're load managing Kawhi because they want to win a championship. Load manage LeBron if you want to win a championship.
Well, if you listen to the commissioner of baseball, it's just a piece of metal, Max. You shouldn't just go into the season and say we're going to win a championship because in that sport, their commissioner feels like it's irrelevant. But for LeBron James here, the thing I appreciate about him is that everything matters. And he does have regular season goals that you guys can't overlook. He wants to be the NBA's all-time leading scorer. He wants to be amongst the top 2 or 3 in assists of all time. You can't get that by missing games. And the Lakers do rely so very much on LeBron James that I think that might become an issue later in the season, but you still want him in uniform. And if you're handling business during the game, playing against Michael Jordan on the court, let me tell you how they load manage. They got up by 20 at the end of the third quarter, and they iced their knees in the fourth quarter. And that's what Stephen A. is alluding to. If LeBron James and his team lock up the number 1 seed, of course, not only they're going to rest LeBron, they're going to also rest Anthony Davis. It ain't going to just be him. You've earned that based on taking care of your business. Now, if they need the entire 82 games to secure the #1 seed, then LeBron's minutes won't be getting lowered, and he will not be missing games if he's healthy and ready to go.
See, my thing is this, and I get where you come from. You and I are on the same page, and where Max and I part ways on this. Understand, and I think it's very, very important to make this to crystallize this difference. Max walked into the season talking about load management in October. If you took off games in November, Max had no problem with you. That makes no sense to me.
Me either.
That makes no sense to me. That's cheating the game. That's cheating the fans. And it's not, like Max has been positioned, and I don't want to misrepresent him, so I'm going to come to you, Max. But Max has been on the record talking about hell with all that. It's about the chip. Well, excuse me, it's not about the chip. You get paid to play games. Are these guys getting docked 182 of their salary and donated it to charity or something? No, they're not. The money's guaranteed. It's coming in there. You get paid to play games. The customer doesn't sit up there and come to an arena to pay to watch you win the chip. They come to watch you perform November through April during the regular season, 82 regular season games. If you are injured, if you are hurt, if you are treating ailments, that's entirely different. But if you are shooting for a championship and it's November, let's monitor you and make sure you get time off. I think that's utterly ridiculous. And that, to me, is the kind of load management a lot of people have alluded to, which I find reprehensible.